My name's Tyrone. I'm gonna fuck your wife.
No, what would you like more? Would you like the Mountain Mike or would you like Chinese food?
Either one. What's going on, everybody? Back to what the fuck's this channel called again? Back to DualShock. We're gonna play a little bit of Tony Hawk's Underground today.
Sup, fuckers?
It is a certified hood classic to me. I fucking love this game, and we were just kind of like running through we have a fuck ton of games between the two of us.
Oh, we didn't know what to play.
And
there's some stuff that we want to save for later, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. And we just ended up going like, fuck it, let's play some Tony Hawk, which it's one of the few games I'm actually decent at. Brad's pretty good too, though.
A few moments later.
If you could just take your score and just rip it up into bits.
Dude, I had a 400,000 point combo. The Tony Hawk segment of this episode will be on the Patreon.
Yeah, and then I know for a while Walmart was doing like a great value segment of like it wasn't Tony Hawk, it was Anthony Eagle. Professional rollerblader. No, I'm fucking. But yeah, if you guys do want to see more Tony Hawk in the future, absolutely let us know in the comments down below. We'll be happy to play through a number of these games. Like we have so many between the both of us. Cody has a number more than I do, but I definitely have my handful as well. And yeah, let's fucking fight each other. Aluminum Boy.
I forgot, didn't we put?
I love Aluminum Boy.
The Aluminum Boy. Sheet metal woman.
Graphite gal. Dude, why is Iron Man so OP? Holy shit.
Oregano elderly man.
Oh my. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying I'm pretty sure because we could do a little bit of free skate.
So I think we play a trick attack, but then we go on to some free skate, and then we come back.
So you don't want to do free skate to get you warmed up?
No. I think we start terrible.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I already can tell. It's bad news bears for me. Oh my god. Yeah, Cody's gonna beat my ass. I'm gonna be so focused, bro. This is no one's gonna be talking. All you're gonna hear is like stick click. Just.
I will say that I've played. This is probably the franchise I played the most as a kid, to be honest.
How did I drop that? What the fuck?
I played a fuck ton of Tony Hawk when I was young.
Cheating ass game, bro.
It was like this and Guitar Hero for me that I just played religiously. Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom just came out.
It did.
And oh my god, I just started streaming it. Cody has been playing it like a madman.
Yeah, I put quite a few hours into it. I wouldn't say I'm super far by any means, but I am really enjoying the game. I'm probably going to be spending most of my time on my free time.
Oh no, I'm playing like terrible on this map.
I'm pretty shocked at the performance even in split screen. Neversoft, like, how did they achieve that on such old hardware? Like, because once again, this feels like a game where it's like, if it were 30 frames or lower, it'd be damn near impossible to play this game. I do see some frames dropping every once in a great while, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent. Single player, it's like dead on 60 frames.
I don't know if it was just the types of games that I'm fucking up a lot. I don't know if it's just the types of games that were made back then, or like maybe developers were better at working with the hardware, just better at optimizing. I don't know, but yeah, they really milked every bit of performance that they could out of these games and so many others. Because there's a bunch of titles that run in 60 FPS, like.
Yeah. I think there's I just feel like it was kind of it's more rare in the PS3 generation.
Oh yeah, 60 frames on the PS3. I mean, we both know why. We've talked about it a number of times, but just developers didn't know how to use the hardware because of the whole RAM situation. That's why a lot of Xbox titles. It seems like me talking is fucking you up, so I'm gonna keep on talking. So it seems as if like why a lot of now I'm fucking up. All my focus. Come on, Bam. Me and you. Oh no! Drop it, please. I need you to. Oh my god. God damn it.
What were you saying?
I needed to keep talking, I guess, or else you would have messed up.
Yeah, probably.
No, but just how developers use the RAM, like it was, I guess, easier to use on the Xbox 360, and that's why many more titles on the 360 looked better. But the people in-house, the people that were developing first party for the PlayStation, actually knew is like how to use it effectively.
Right.
And that's why like in-house games for the PS3 look better than the 360 titles back then.
Yeah, and I think, but even what I think what I was trying to get up to in a roundabout way is that even the PS2 has games that run 60 FPS, but I feel like not a whole lot of games do. Like Medal of Honor Frontline doesn't. Any of the old Call of Duties don't.
True.
You know, X-Men Legends doesn't. I'm just looking at the games I have sitting over here, and a lot of them don't run at 60 FPS. So it's kind of crazy that a game like this is very as consistent as it is.
Well, I
mean,
also know that. Well, I think it's funny because the PS3 is like many times stronger than the PS2, and I know that obviously the games that were developed were way more graphically, like way.
sure.
But like, yeah, you really didn't get a lot of 60 FPS titles on that generation. Like,
No, even from Neversoft, the developer of this game, they made Tony Hawk games on that generation, and Proving Ground and Project 8 struggle. They struggle really hard, as a matter of fact. Which is crazy because Pro Skater 3 was like a launch title for the PS2, and I'm pretty sure that game targets 60 FPS. Which is nuts. So you can't just say like, well, Project 8 came out in 06 or whatever when the consoles were first brand new. Sure, but like, how were they able to achieve that buttery smooth frame rate on Pro Skater 3 that came out on a brand new system at the time? Like, and have pretty much used that engine on every other Tony Hawk game on, you know, on this console. And all of them run great. All of them do. Every single one of them. American Wasteland all the way back to Pro Skater 3 and everything between.
So have you? So, I mean, you just started streaming. Well, not just started, but like, you just started getting serious about streaming. Have you noticed, like, any difficulty in learning how to like talk and play at the same time? Like, have you felt yourself like, like struggling, like with a game like right now, like continuing to talk while trying your best to focus, and I guess having me talk fucking you up. Have you like found any like roadblocks like when it comes to that?
Yeah, it depends. It's game by game, but some games require more of my attention because they're more complicated for me to understand. I'm just better at some games than others. I mean, it's just simple as that. Like a game like this, I honestly feel like I've played it enough to where like I can just shut my brain off when I'm playing it and just focus on what I'm talking about more than what I'm doing.
Sure.
But like I said, I've just played it so much. So like when I stream and play something like Jedi Survivor, I'm not talking as much because I'm piss poor at Dark Souls games to begin with. So I really gotta focus on a game.
Oh man,
like
I fucked that one up.
You know?
Yeah, like
Barely beat you
Oh,
on
man,
that
that was a
one.
good
You were,
one.
you were pretty close.
yeah, I fucked up my last combo, but that was alright. It was competitive.
Sure.
Like I said, I already knew Cody's like a couple grades better than me. I'm not really. I mean, I'm trying to win, but I'm not like overly expecting to.
I feel like this was just more of like a game for us to
Just
play
chatting.
and bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not really.
I'm gonna beat you, Cody. I'm gonna beat you so bad. You're gonna cry.
I don't, because even when Pro Skater 1 and 2 came out, the competitive aspect of this, not something to take too seriously. Like there was one point when that game came out, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I want to know how good I am at this game. I want to see if I'm better than most people.
I never.
And there just aren't that many people that are like taking the game or played the game as much as I have. You know what I mean? To the
Sure.
point where like I'd be in a multiplayer lobby and I'd be smoking. I mean, this is not just me bragging. I swear to God, this happened. I'd be smoking everybody, and I'm like, I could have swore there were people that were way better than me at this game at one point, but I guess not. Like it's just. So it's just they're not as serious into this. There's not a real community that's like obsessed. I don't want to offend the Tony Hawk Pro Skater community out there. There are people out there that love these games. I'm just saying I just don't think that it's taken seriously as a competitive game.
Well, now I can't land anything, so I think you got this one, bud. Unless I pull something crazy. Yeah, I literally can't land it.
But
Whatever.
I have a deep appreciation for these games just because, in a way, I talked about this on a fighting video that me and Brad just recently did, but
There's like so much.
The
freedom.
combinations and the freedom of what you can do with those combinations is really what makes the gameplay really interesting. And getting the formula down and the flow and kind of just looking at a map, you're like, okay, I can grind up here and let's see. Okay, I'll go to this rail and then I'll go to this rail or wherever, and just kind of looking at something and looking at it as a way of getting to another point, as opposed to really trying to land tricks at like a game like Skate is fun, but in a more arcadey way, and I really appreciate that. Does it hold up in realism? Fuck no, this game's not realistic at all.
No,
but,
I
like,
don't think it's ever meant to be.
But it's a really fun arcadey kind of thing. It's kind of like when you play the new Spider-Man game,
What the fuck?
and it's like the movement of how you move Spider-Man through New York is really up to you, and the choice of that is really fun to play around with. And you're like, oh, this is just really fun movement. Like, I could get really into this. It feels a lot like that, this game does. Where it's like, you just really want to experiment with like getting up to certain areas and just being like, okay, I can get up here, and what if I just do flat ground for a bit and just fuck around, you know?
Dude, literally for the first minute, I couldn't land anything. I'm not even joking with you.
know.
But yeah, like I don't know. I would get like somewhat competitive with these games with my brother. But
Your brother played these?
yeah, like we played them together a fair bit. But
A little loose. A little loosey-goosey.
loosey-goosey. But yeah, after Project 8, my brother didn't really stick with the franchise. He was the one that originally had the game, but I played it a bit. We played a bunch of the Pro Skaters together in the Undergrounds. And I don't know, we were always competitive with each other, but I feel like I didn't know. Like, I knew people that had Tony Hawk, but like I would never go over to a friend's house and play Tony Hawk. It was never like that. The only person I ever really did play with was actually my brother.
I never had friends that played these games, I don't think. The more I think about it, I don't think I had any friends growing up that played these games, which is weird.
I don't think I had any friends.
Oh, I had friends. I had plenty of friends that played Guitar Hero. I played a lot of Tony Hawk by myself. I'd try to get friends to play Tony Hawk, and they'd be like, you're just so much better at the game, and like, I don't want to play it. I'm like, all right, well, that's fair. I get it.
I think as a kid, like I had that mentality too. Like I wasn't as like, oh no, I'm gonna stick with this and I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna get better, and then I will beat your ass. I promise.
I saw a trailer for Underground when I was really little on TV. They advertised it on TV. And I thought the trailer was hella cool. I wanted to learn how to ride a skateboard, and I thought skateboarding was hella cool, right? And my aunt had a boyfriend when she was in high school that was a skater, and he played this game a lot. And I was like, I want to fucking get this game. Like, it looked really fun. I think I saw him play it, and then my parents bought me the game, and that was it. And that's how I just started playing the fuck out of the game. And yeah, I don't know. I just stuck with it ever since. Now, my first Tony Hawk game I ever played was this game.
I think my oldest brother, I think Tim, had the original Pro Skaters for like the NES or SNES or whatever it was. But I was too young, or maybe even not even born, to really enjoy or understand those games to that capacity. It wasn't until like much later. Like my first Tony Hawk that I own personally was Pro Skater 4. Oh no, I didn't get my manual. I'm sad, bro. I was actually killing some combos.
Pro Skater 4? I played Pro Skater 4. I played all of them when I was a kid, but after I played this one. Most people play Pro Skater 4, or have played Pro Skater 4 and the Pro Skater 3 and just the Pro Skater series in general. Not a lot of people have played these ones, but if, like, I follow the Tony Hawk subreddit, most of them kind of agree with me that this one's the best one. And I tell everybody that's ever played these games.
I never played this one. I played Underground 2 as a kid.
Yeah, and most people I've talked to that played these games, I was like, you got to play Underground. They never played it. And I'm like, dude. And I'm kind of curious to see what, like, even someone like you thinks of this game.
Oh, it's really good. Like, I mean, I already knew with Underground because I played Underground 2. I didn't play American Wasteland as a kid. I don't think I had it. I might have had a friend that had it. But, I mean, it's a testament to the games, like, in their arcadiness, that I think it's better that they are arcadey because, like, it's a great excuse to sit down and play them as we are now. Like, you can just kind of, like, putz around and just go crazy and build crazy, ridiculous combos where, like, maybe a more realistic skater, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't go over to a friend's house, break out a PS2 and play, or PS3 and play Skate.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
I don't know. Like, there's a fun factor. It's fun.
I think this one, out of all of them, like Pro Skater 3 and 4, Pro Skater 4 was kind of heading towards a direction like this one. But I think this one's kind of the last one, besides maybe like Proving Ground and maybe Project 8, where they tried to kind of have a more grounded story and a more like somewhat based in reality. Like the story of this is okay. It's a Tony Hawk game. It's not going to be a masterpiece or anything, but it's kind of it's fun. I like it. It tries to follow like a rookie skater and like how they would get going and stuff like that, and I think it's good. After this game is when they get really cartoony. Underground 2 is like a huge cartoon.
Hey man,
really good.
You took
really
a dildo
good.
in the ass and you have to go to the hospital.
Right, it's like Jackass the video game. It's really cartoony, really over the top, super fun, but in a completely different way. And then American Wasteland was kind of a blend of Underground and Underground 2. Still had a lot of ridiculous shit in it, but was really good. And yeah, so this one was the one that it felt like Neversoft was trying to get a more grounded story while keeping the same arcadey feel. And there's something a bit charming like that. It feels like an outlier in the franchise. The first Underground does.
Yeah, I need a crazy ass combo. Oh, dude, there's no way. Yeah, no. This was another one where I was just like falling a whole bunch. Yeah, I don't terribly remember the story from Underground 2. Honestly, I don't remember the story from a lot of the Tony Hawk games. Like, I remember playing through them, but I don't remember the, like, whatever was going on concurrently as you were playing. Like, I just remember skating around. I remember, like, oh, you got to do this trick at the zoo. You got to fucking grind it. Well, I mean, in the Pro Skaters specifically, and I think it's because I remember the Pro Skaters more, it was just, like, a collect combo, collect skate, get 50,000 points, get 500,000 points. It was more like that. I don't remember.
Sure.
Yeah. And maybe it's just because I don't remember the Underground games as well.